New Yorkdagi vatandoshlarimiz avtohalokatlarga xudo ko'rsatmasin tushib qolishganda kimga va qayerga va qay tarzda murojaat qilishlari kerakligi haqida ko'p marotaba biz intervyular qilgandik. Lekin bu safar mavzuni salgina o'zgartiramiz. Tasavvur qiling, agarda New Yorkdagi birorta vatandoshimiz avtohalokatga uchragan bo'lsa-yu va ayb to'liq unda bo'lsa, nima qilishimiz kerak? Mana shu savollarga biz bugun javoblarni New Yorkning Gabriel deb nomlangan kompaniyasining advokati Patrikka beramiz. Assalomu alaykum hurmatli do'stlar, MrOtabekTV kanaliga va Gabriel ga xush kelibsizlar. Kelar intervyuni boshlaymiz. So, Patrick, hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well. So, before we talked so many times about the car accident, yeah, and what we have to do at this case, but today I'd like to change the topic. So just imagine what happened if I'm at fault for a car accident in New York.
No, I understand. So unfortunately, if you are involved in a car accident, you know, there is an issue of liability or fault. Okay, now, fortunately, in the state of New York, we have what's called comparative fault. Right? We're one of very few states that actually has this, which allows someone to continue with litigation, to possibly get money for pain and suffering and injuries, even if they have a large percentage of fault in causing the accident. Now, some states have it where you have to be at least, you know, at the most, I should say, at the most, 49% at fault.
Some states, what do you mean? What kind of states?
Sure, any other states, New York is just one where we have comparative fault, but other states maybe West Coast or down south.
Okay.
Other states that they have it where the percentage of fault has to be, you know, less than the other driver. Okay, so for me to collect in other states, if we had it where it's non-comparative fault, okay, where I cannot be any more than 49% at fault. Now in New York, percentage of fault almost doesn't matter. If we get into an accident, okay, and let's say I'm 99% at fault and you're 1% at fault, I can still sue and possibly collect money for pain and suffering. So that's
so
why,
interesting.
Yes, that's why comparative fault is for any driver, it is a good thing. And New York is one of the states, luckily, that has this comparative fault system.
Okay, so the next question. How this fault get determined, Patrick?
Sure. So as attorneys and the experience that we do have, we kind of gauge after doing a thorough investigation with regard to the cause of the accident, what led up to it, what happened, you know, what type of accident was it? Was it a side swipe accident? Were two cars turning? And we do an analysis, okay, of all the facts that we get based on the client's statements, maybe a deposition from the other party, witness statements or witness testimony, and we compile that all together and we kind of gauge what we think might a jury find. So we compare it to other cases and we see, we extrapolate all this information and data, and we kind of figure and gauge what percentage the other side might deem, or what we think that percentage might it be. So there's a lot of thought process and fact finding and investigation that goes into this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the last, I could say not a question, but traditionally, would you please give me a favor and give us some recommendations, what we have to do at this case, please?
So I can tell you this. You know, in the beginning stages of any case, that is the most critical time, because it's fresh in the mind of the person. They haven't forgotten. Too much time hasn't passed. We're able to send an investigator to the accident site. Like, what happened? What was it? You might think you're at fault for causing an accident, but what happens if we go there and we find there's an oil slick in the street that caused your car to slide? Or maybe there's an issue with the traffic light. It wasn't timed properly, or it was broken. So many different factors. So I would say in the beginning stages, as the client, you have the direct access to everything first. Take pictures, get pictures of your car, find out the damage, get the estimate, find out if there's any witnesses nearby, somebody that you know works in a store that it happened by. Approach them. Hey, did you happen to see what happened to me the other day? Maybe they have video surveillance. You can always ask that too. We will, of course, send an investigator there, but we don't know when your accident happened until you tell us. You could be in the hospital for a week or two or going for treatment. Then you decide to talk to an attorney. So those weeks have already passed. So that's why I say it's important to at least you yourself or a friend or a family member do a little fact checking, do a little research, try to get some information for us while it's fresh, while it's early, so that we can take it from there.
Thank you very much. Very informative and
You're welcome.
I think a very effective interview. Do'stlar, menimcha kerakli xulosalarni biz qilib oldik va xudo ko'rmasin agarda mana shunaqangi avtohalokatlarga Nyu-Yorkda tushib qoladigan bo'lsak, hattoki 100% bizni aybimiz borligini bilsak ham nimalar qilishimiz kerakligini biz bilib kerakli ma'lumotlarga ega bo'ldik degan umiddaman. Agar mana shu video sizlarga yoqqan bo'lsa, iltimos bitta like'dan o'rgilib ketsin, faqatgina dislike bilan adashtirmagan holda va har ehtimolga qarshi Gabriel kompaniyasining telefon raqamlarini mana shu videoning tagida yozib qoldiraman. Har qanday holatda telefon qilishingiz mumkin. O'zbek tilida, rus tilida, tojik tilida, xohlagan tilingizda bepul tarzda konsultatsiyani olib, kerakli demak xat-harakatlarni to'g'ri tarzda amalga oshiramiz degan umiddaman. Do'stlar, agarda haligacha bizning kanalimizga obuna bo'lmagan bo'lsangiz, demak hozirning o'zida mana shu videoni tagiga tushamiz va u yerda demak qizil tugmachani topamiz. U yerda o'zbek tilida yozilgan obuna bo'lish, rus tilida podpisatsiya, inglizda subscribe, shunaqani bosib qo'yamiz. Oldida qo'ng'iroqchani ham rasm bor. Agarda uni ham bosib qo'yadigan bo'lsangiz, demak har safar biz yangi video qo'ygan paytimizda sizlarga xush xabar keladi. MrOtabek TV kanalida yangi video qo'yildi. Nima ham derdim? MrOtabek TV kanalida va Gabriel Loda yaxshilik bilan ko'rishganda, ko'rishguncha. Thank you, Patrick.
You're welcome.